It was stage 3 of the Santos Women's Tour Down Under, and the field headed out to the motorsport park at Tailem Bend before they headed out on course for 122 kilometres of challenging terrain and some heavy winds. The riders started at Tailem Bend and finished in Harndorf, going via the historic Murray Bridge, an intermediate sprint and a tough QOM out on course. It was overnight leader Kat Garfoot and her Uni SA team who knew they had a big challenge ahead, with Mitchelton-Scott looking very motivated for the day.
I think it's no secret to the peloton that we're going to be aggressive again today. We have conditions in our favour as well with the wind. We're all in really good shape and we're pumped, we're excited, and we're really happy with our ride from yesterday, and we've recovered well enough to do it all again today.
The race started out really stressful. I think at the start we could see the sand going across the racetrack, so everyone knew it was going to be a windy day. And as expected, pretty much from kilometre 0 it was in the gutter, the crosswinds, and there are a number of teams that were really driving that. Our team included mitchelton-scott, so probably the first 45 minutes of the race were pretty much at threshold in those crosswinds. We then turned into a headwind and it really slowed down and regrouped there.
Well, it was a frenetic start to the day, but the bunch took some pause before the crosswinds reinvigorated the pace.
Yeah, Linda Willemsen had a really big attack and kind of no one even looked to chase that, or no one was really interested, and so she really got a gap out quite quickly to 5 minutes. So I was getting quite worried, but my teammate Annemiek van Vleuten came up and reassured me and said, no, this is actually awesome. So to have someone like her in the team just to keep me calm in that moment was really great. I think when Uni SA started to panic, and then I was able to get away with Lauren Stevens, and then the gap just kept getting out, and we kept getting radio communication that no one was really chasing and the gap was kind of staying. So then I knew, okay, I was feeling good. I actually knew the course. I've been down in December to recon, so I knew it really well and I was really confident.
It was the breakaway leader Linda Willemsen who took the sprint points ahead of the chasers Amanda Spratt and Lauren Stevens.
Once the gap did start to get out, I was confident that we could probably keep it. It didn't really keep moving out for a while there, so I thought, okay, maybe there is a chase, but I knew the finish circuit quite well. I knew it was up and down and that it really probably favoured a breakaway.
It had been a long solo day out the front for Linda Willemsen, a bit of relief being caught by Spratt and Stevens, but it wasn't long before the two charged ahead and led the race with just 2.
Coming from America, you know, it's our winter now, so our fitness is not quite the same as the Australians, so I knew I needed to be careful, so I sat on for the last bit, but then in the end, Amanda still had the stronger legs. We had a little bit of confusion with the deviation, so we came in a little slower than anticipated. And then, I passed Amanda, but then she was able to pass me back.
That was just pain. We both hit it. I think I went first, Lauren came next to me. We kind of were doing this a little bit, and it was just a massive grovel all the way to the line. I felt like I was almost stopping. The crowd were amazing. They just pushed me all the way to that finish line.
A long, tough day out on course. Difficult to the end with an incredibly steep climb. Amanda Spratt taking the victory quite convincingly over America's Lauren Stevens. It was an exhausting effort for Spratt, who collapsed off her bike at the finish. A tough effort, but just rewards, taking the ochre jersey as overall leader.
Yeah, such a hard day, but so happy. We went in with a plan. We knew we had to put pressure on Uni SA. That happened. Linda Willemsen went up the road and it was a bit of poker. No one really wanted to chase, and eventually they did. And Kat was isolated, and I attacked straight off that and got away with Lauren Stevens. And just a dream day for the team. Everyone worked so well together and we're so happy.
Well, fortune favours the brave, and it was Amanda Spratt who went home with the Sprint Leaders jersey, the Queen of the Mountains jersey, and of course the Ochre Leaders jersey for the Santos Women's Tour Down Under.